No, there's nothing that I can do to fix the video from Thursday. And there's nothing that YouTube will do either about it. They said that it must have been a connection issue on my end, which I know it's not, but whatever. I think I've had enough of arguing with YouTube. Like, it's just been a long process of me having to fight with them. So it used to be that every time the analytics were incorrect, and now they've changed the analytics. So the one part that I was complaining about doesn't even show up now, which is probably better that they changed it. But, still these other issues, I don't know what their fucking problem is, but they don't, they're blaming it on me, my connection to the internet, whatever, instead of actually looking at their program. So YouTube is going to do whatever the fuck they're going to do. I can just kind of go with what they're going to do, or I can try to fight against it. But basically, when it comes to stuff like that, they do not care. It takes more. It has to. They even told me that they need actual proof of the video. And I'm like, why don't you just go back and look at the video? It stops at like 28 minutes or whatever. And they're like, well, we don't know which video. And I told them which video, and they still said, well, we need you to send us the video. I have no way to download the video because it's a live stream and send it to them. So they don't want to look at it. So I'm really sorry, you guys. That's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. These people that run this app, they don't work for God. The only reason that they're being spared right now is because there are people on this app that do work for God. But besides that, these people, I feel like I'm surrounded by fucking idiots when it comes to having to deal with YouTube support. But yeah. Okay, you guys, welcome back. Those of you that are returning, those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to do a reading for you guys today. So make sure you guys like the video as you come in. Make sure you are subscribed to the platform. If you have a personal question that you need addressed, you can send me a $20 USD super chat, $20 PayPal, or $20 Cash App. And yes, I put the links in there today. And then once that is confirmed, I will pause the collective reading and I will use another deck to answer your question. So that's the way that I'm doing personal readings right now. What else? Let's see. Just make sure my cards are all in the upright. So let's just jump into the prayer. We're calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We're calling upon Jesus Christ and the Ascended Masters. We're also calling upon our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, including our Starseed family, our Lightworker family, and our Soul Tribe. And we're asking that they put a shield of protection around us. I don't know if I said the ancestors, but we're calling upon them as well. We want a shield of protection around us for this reading and for every other, to block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. Okay, now as I call upon your personal favor, God, please continue to bless and prosper this platform. Please block any attacks that are sent through technology. Please block the people that work for YouTube that are not doing their job. Please block the ones that keep messing with my platform and taking me out of the algorithm and making sure that I don't show up on any like searches. God, please do something about the injustice being done against me on this app. I pray that you continue to liberate us and show us the highest knowledge, highest wisdom, and highest truth. Okay, and protect me from all the attacks that come from the internet and all of the people who smile in my face and then stab me in the back. Amen. Okay. And thank you, God, for everything that you do. So by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled, please be on your best behavior. I'm getting so nauseated. I don't know what the hell this is, because I was feeling just fine before this. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes no gatekeeping, no shadow banning, no copywriting, no banishing of my content, no keeping me hidden, no trying to keep me small, no gaslighting, no witchcraft, no evil eye, no whatever the fuck is sending that nauseous energy. None of that shit. None of it. Okay. And if you break this contract, then you're basically, I can't, anybody that breaks the contract, I cannot do nothing for. Y'all need to use your best discernment when it comes to listening to anything with tarot. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Doesn't have to be any more complicated than that, but I can't make decisions for anybody else. Okay. Please be responsible with the information. All these readings are for entertainment purposes only. I have to give that as a disclosure because I have psychotic, weird ass motherfuckers that want to literally kill me and take my life from me. And they literally want to stop my money and take me to court and sue me because I'm a truth teller. So I have to just put that in the disclaimer and let you guys know that that's basically where I'm coming from. Is I've had multiple attempts on my life, multiple gang stalking attempts. So I can't do anything for anybody that breaks the contract and acts retarded. Basically, I can't do anything for anyone like that. Once they're in trouble with God, they're in trouble with God, and I won't intercede on anyone's behalf to get them out of what they did to me. Point blank, period. Oh, you did? Okay, awesome. Thank you. All right, so so let's go ahead and answer your question, Phoenix Empress, before we start the general reading. You just posted something about fake smiles and fake stab you in the back too. Yeah, we're picking up on it. Okay, awesome. I trust you, so I'm not going to get up and go look because it's like literally only like 6 feet away. But yeah. So go ahead and send your question, and then I'm going to see what deck we're going to use. I feel like I want to use the Sacred Soul Timing. And I think I want to use this one as well. Too many cards at once. Okay, so I am just waiting for your question when you are ready. So we're going to check with the Sacred Soul Timing just to see, what comes through. Oh, thank you so much. Hugs to you as well, Shaman Maria. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but, this world, it is what it is until we shift into a new world, which I'm hoping will happen soon. It just seems like we're stuck here with these weird ass people. And I don't even want to call them people because I don't know if they are actually human. But yeah. Okay, is your twin flame going to have the initials TK in this lifetime? Because you see it everywhere. Okay, I don't get that that's going to be the initials of your twin flames, but you are seeing we have more than one twin flame, right? Sometimes, okay, for me, what happened when I got divorced from my ex that abused the shit out of me, that was a whole long thing, like almost 10 years of my life wasted with that fuck. But I had a stepdaughter, so it actually wasn't wasted because she was awesome. She still is awesome, actually. I just don't speak with her anymore. And it's not because I don't love her. It's just I don't want to traumatize her in any type of way. And I feel like if she wanted to speak with me, she would reach out. So I just respect her boundaries and stuff. But yeah, so what happened for me is when, it it was like a month of healing that it took me after getting divorced before the first twin flame came in. Okay. First twin flame came in. I thought that when I had met that person, I thought that that person was my end all be all this stuff, but he was like married and it was just complicated. And he was a psychic also. So we just worked, with each other as being psychics and nothing romantic. But I could tell that, yes, he was a twin flame, but he was not in a position. Well, first of all, he was a Scorpio. That for my zodiac sign, that is like the lowest compatible astrology for my personal zodiac sign. So it was just not like this lifetime. I just felt like it, due to him, all first of all being in a different state, secondly already being married, and third, then I found out he had an STD. So there was multiple things that was like, no. But what I'm trying to say is like, those were the signs that showed me that he was not the one. But at that time, when I was at the point where I was like, no, I don't want a relationship. What the universe did was, when I was like, I don't want a relationship, I'm good on my own, the universe brought in two twin flames at the same exact time. And I had to use my discernment. And after finding out like everything about the first twin flame, that I was just talking about, I realized that obviously that wasn't the best candidate for me. And then the second twin flame energy that I met was 100% the one for me. And so, yeah, it was a very confusing time because the universe sent in two twin flames at the same exact time. And I had to really use my discernment. I mean, I even went to other psychics and asked them, and they all agreed. Well, basically what I was thinking, they confirmed. And so I wasn't as confident because I was just like faced with so much confusion at this time. And or at that time in my life, and my ex was kept coming back to my house, trying to break into my house, trying to fucking kill me. Literally, I had to go to another state to stay with my aunt, and bless her soul for letting me stay there. I was so traumatized when I was there. I feel like it was not cool on her because I was so traumatized and really needed help at that time. But anyway, she took me in for a few weeks, and that saved my life. I would be dead. He would have killed me. He would have killed me. Had I not gone out of the state, he would have killed me. So when I came back, I linked up with that other twin flame, and everything lined up. I mean, he lived less than 1.1 miles away from me. He worked less than 1.1 miles away from me, literally in the same city, doing the same exact thing. He owned the crystal store, all of these things like that were just in alignment with me and my path. And so the universe was showing me that he was the one. So why I disclosed all of that is because you could have something similar to that going on. It reminds me of this witch show that I used to watch, but they canceled it. It was about three sisters. One of them, they had gotten a reading done. They had pulled tarot cards, and it was talking about these two brothers that were coming into this girl's life. One of them was like goody two shoes, looked like he was perfect, right? And then the other one was like bad boy, mysterious, didn't look like he was perfect. And in the show, she had to choose between these two, right? And she ended up finding out that the one that was the bad boy, or bad boy persona, that he was actually the twin flame, and that the other brother that was the goody two shoes, looked like the perfect mate that she was dating, was actually the one that was the evil one. Right. So I'm getting those scenarios because literally I'm seeing that you may have two people trying to come in, and it's that exact test of, are you going to use your discernment? Sometimes the first one that we draw in, this is why I will tell people to wait. It seems to me when people wait with relationships, it's like the longer they wait, the more compatible the next person that comes in is. And so, so you may have somebody that comes in that has the initials TK, but that person I don't think is going to be your twin flame. I think it's going to be somebody else. So you're getting warnings about it, like signs about it. You could have even had a dream about it. It's going to be a really big choice for you to make. And this should be happening relatively soon. Let me just see, because I wanted to check with the Sacred Soul timing. Let me just see. March. Is this past March or present March? So there's something about luck surrounding this love relationship that comes in. I don't get that this is actually going to be next March. I think that something about luck was done this past March. Maybe you broke free of some type of cycle this past March, or maybe you split up with somebody or something like that. Let's see. Capricorn time. Interesting. What are the dates on Capricorn? December 22nd through January 19th. Uphill climb, but worth it. Is this the false flame, this Capricorn? What is your sign, Phoenix Empress? Oh, thank you. I'm glad I'm okay too. I survived it. What is your zodiac sign? Or if you don't want to reveal that, you don't have to. I don't know if it really matters. I just am looking to see if this Capricorn energy, because like with me, the person that was the Scorpio, the first twin flame, worst compatibility ever. Our signs just did not go together. And okay, Capricorns are very, very hardworking people. Oh, you're a Sag. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, Capricorns are very, very hardworking people. This person that you meet, I think that this Capricorn is maybe the false person that comes in. And there's an Aries. Okay, so fire and earth, not as compatible. Fire and fire, those relationships can be very, very, like when we talk about twin flame, your fire sign, the Aries is also a fire sign. That could be a relationship that's full of passion. It says go after what you want. Aries sometimes can be a little bit aggressive, but yeah, these are the two people. They're going to have, the first person's going to have Capricorn somewhere in their chart. They're going to act like a Capricorn. The second person's going to have Aries. You're much more compatible with the Aries energy. Very much more compatible. And it's like your fire will feed their fire will feed your fire, which could get out of control sometimes when it comes to arguments, but the passion will be there to make up, if that makes sense. August. So yeah, something definitely happened this past August that's causing these people to be able to come in. So there was something that went on in March, and then, you know, this first person, they might be a Capricorn. The second person, or they might have that highly aspect in their chart. Sometimes people are cusps. They're like on the edge of one zodiac sign and another. For me, I'm right dead. I'm like the most center of the zodiac sign of my sign that I could be in. And so this Capricorn could be like a Capricorn Aquarius cusp, that type of energy. Okay, but they're showing up Capricorn. The Aries feels like they're more dead set in the middle of that. So let's see if there's anything else with the Sacred Soul timing. Yeah, this is going to be a wish fulfilled. So you could have made a wish for this new love to come in August. Or you could have at least been like I'm ready to open up to love coming in January. So, you know, there may be something that happens this January. January isn't January Capricorn time? Yeah. December 22nd to January 19th. Interesting. But the month of January is talking about ditching old habits, recharging, and focusing on self-care, right? A fresh start and goal setting. So I think instead of the witches, I'm going to use the Twin Flame Tarot. And let's see if we can get kind of a little bit deeper with that. I love this deck. This Twin Flame Tarot deck has been freaking awesome to me. Okay, so we're going to pull a couple cards on this first person. Now, I did feel something is going to shift in November, okay? It feels like what I'm seeing is different chambers of your heart chakra. And as we go through these transitions, so there could have been a supermoon in March, one in August, or an eclipse or something. And it's like what I'm seeing is more parts of your heart opening. So it's like you were more this type of having a twin flame partnership, basically. And twin flame relationships are not easy. Just because you're twin flame with somebody does not mean that it's going to be the easiest relationship. It's actually it's the most advanced and most difficult relationship because you're actually working on you and your twin flame will have the same issue going on at the same time, just from different angles. You'll be working on that because you're two parts of one soul, if that makes sense. Yes, they mirror. Absolutely. Mirror is a great way to explain what that is. But the good thing is that if this person's willing to work with you and heal and move forward, then things can get better. You know what I mean? Like you guys will evolve together, basically. The Magician, manifestation, willpower, and resourceful. So you are very resourceful. This Capricorn energy, they might be very financially stable. I get that this Aries also is financially stable. Okay, so is anybody using magic to manifest Phoenix Empress? No, I don't get that. Okay, good. These people are not warlocks. Just wanted to make sure. Some people will literally try to manifest certain individuals. They'll like see you online and be like, trying to manifest you. Okay, so let's get some cards to see what is going to happen here. The Eight of Cups, walking away, letting go, leaving behind. So literally, one of these people could be the Capricorn, could be walking away from a relationship that they're currently in. They could be leaving something behind. They could be walking away from a job. Maybe it was something that they were doing with magic that they thought was making them resourceful, but they're having to walk away from it. What is the energy that was blocking this from coming in? Is it something within Phoenix Empress, or is it something in the external reality? Strength. It's something in the external reality. So there was a blockage. So you're showing up strong. So somebody is going to have to walk away because you're too strong for their witchcraft, basically. But I also get that you are this magician. You have a very good manifestation. Whatever you write seems to come true. So I would be writing down your petitions and then burning them or saving them. I have this little tin and it says give it to God, and inside the tin has a little thing of paper and a tiny little pencil that fits in it, and I just write those issues down, whatever it is, and I just give it to God, and it seems to be working pretty good. You may want to think about giving things to God. I'm getting here that to start dating again, it's going to take some courage, confidence, and inner power, because you could have walked away from literally dating, having relationships, and just wanted to be on your own. Page of Swords, curious, witty, chatty, and gossip communication, finding information. So somebody is definitely trying to find out information on whether you're single or not. Interesting. Can we get clarity on who is the Page of Swords? So there may be this, I think why this Capricorn energy is the less compatible one is because they're attached to some type of witch. They're attached to somebody. This Capricorn, when you meet them, they're going to actually need you to help them, like straight up need you to help them. And that's kind of, it's okay to help people, but you don't want to get in a relationship with somebody that has a crazy psychotic ex that will stalk you for the rest of your life. Yeah. Because there's something off about the Capricorn person's energy. This King of Cups, this wise and devoted balance between head and heart energy, this more feels like a divine masculine. So somebody is definitely trying to spy on this. What the hell? Why? Okay. Can you reveal to us what we need to see, Spirit, to make this make sense? Make it make sense. King of Pentacles. We have King of Cups, King of Pentacles. So the difference between these people, the Capricorn may not be very compassionate. And again, I'm just speaking on this energy. We're not saying that all Capricorns are not compassionate, but this particular one may not be very compassionate. They may be overly driven to work. But I get that this Aries, even though this Capricorn's very financially well-to-do, this Aries is got a more balanced energy. They're more of the King of Pentacles. They could be a father, literally. So I would be, when you're writing, I want you to make a list of everything. Oh, I freaking hope not. I hope R is not responsible for this. But I want you to make a list of everything that you want in a person. And then write spiritual compatibility, physical, emotional, financial. Make sure that you write down that this person lives close to you, all of the things that are important in a relationship. Keep that paper on you, because when you get confronted with these two people, you're going to take out that paper and you're going to look at these people and go, okay, who is on the list, right? And I think it's going to be this Aries energy, because this person's going to be very abundant. And make sure you put on that paper, if you don't want a man that has children already, then we need to reroute what we're manifesting, because one of the Aries, to me, actually, I think the Capricorn also has children. Maybe he's not around his children, but the Aries is a good father. This person, is a good father. Welcome in. What tarts? Hopefully I didn't butcher your screen name. But yeah, this is talking about, the Aries person is going to be very much a reliable father, a provider. And so if you are not interested in having stepchildren, we may want to rethink. That's why making a list of everything that you want is so important when you start to open up to love. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. See, this Aries energy is going to be all about teamwork, collaboration, efforts, and goals, and reaching those goals. He's going to be very goal orientated and very passionate about whatever this person does, something like shamanism, or there's some type of leader in the community, or some type of prophet, or they are something. The Capricorn is not. The Capricorn's just a hard worker, but they're both going to be physically attractive, which makes things a little bit more difficult. Knight of Wands. Who is the Knight of Wands? Is this the Capricorn? This is the Capricorn. The Knight of Wands energy is the Capricorn. So is the Page of Swords. Interesting. That's interesting. So if we will look at the energies between earth and fire, earth can put fire out. If you were to have a campfire and you were to take a whole bucket of sand and dump that on the fire, it would put that fire out. Where fire and fire goes together to create more fire, earth and fire, they cancel each other out. So this Capricorn may come in the Page of Swords, very nosy, curious energy, snooping energy. They're very impulsive and immature, hot-tempered, rebellious, but possibly handsome and charming. So they're showing up as the Knight of Wands. This other guy's showing up as King of Cups, King of Pentacles. Okay, but is there somebody else, Spirit? Because we want the Emperor. We're not going to settle till we get the Emperor. 8 of Wands. This is going to be a fast movement, quick decision, sudden progress. So when these people come in, whenever you meet them, you're going to have to make a quick decision. I feel like there's an aspect of good luck coming your way, though, when it comes to these relationships. September. Yeah, something that you did in September. Maybe you released a bunch of people in September or October. You could have released some of these people in September. That's what's bringing in this good fortune. Very soon. And then the fast movement and very soon is kind of aligning with each other. Okay, what else do we need to know? So it feels like somebody is trying to manifest you. So what it feels like. Is there anybody that's hidden? Is there a third party here that's going to be better than these first two options? I get that there is. Yeah, but it may take you meeting these first two people to go through an evolution to where you can draw in the emperor. And all that is like we have to go through different relationships to understand what we want and what we don't want in a partner. So this is like you'll be gaining the much needed info, and you may date this person that has a child and then realize that you don't want somebody that has kids. Like until you would go through that type of experience, you won't know for sure, if that makes sense. Oh, I love that. Emperor. The emperor just showed up, and that's who I was looking for. So yeah. So does the Aries or Capricorn have the ability to evolve into an emperor? No. No, there may be a Taurus. Is a Taurus the emperor? Yes. Okay. See, I knew it. I knew there would be a third person. So after you go through this evolution, you may be meeting a Taurus, which is April 20th to May 20th. This person will want to commit to you almost right away. Okay. So, okay, what else do we need to know? Is there anything else we need to know? And oh my God, the energy of this person is so good. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Tauruses, all earth signs are very good at making money, but this Taurus, this person's got their own business. They've got something going on. You know, they may have an Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities, abundance, prosperity, security, and stability coming in, which is something you want in a relationship. This person also likes to move very fast. They may want to pluck you out of the home you live in and have you come stay with them, or they may want to purchase a home when you guys get together, something like that. Hierophant. Yeah, you know, this person, they're more in alignment with your higher learning and your traditional beliefs. And I think that this person they're not going to be super spiritual, so they're going to be very interested in your spirituality and your perspective of things. Like you're going to be able to teach this person a lot of things that they didn't know about spirituality. Yeah. Knight of Cups. You're going to realize that these other people were very charming. They were idealistic as an idea, graceful, but you know, they don't compare to the emperor. And that's kind of where I was starting with talking about how when I see when people wait a little bit longer, the more compatible people come in. Nine of Wands, resilience, close to succeeding, persistence, and fatigue. So you're very close to manifesting these people. Two of Wands, planning and waiting. Yeah. Making a decision, choosing a path. So like I was saying, when these people come in, you're going to have to make a choice. I honestly feel like you could date all three of them. First the Capricorn, then the Aries, and then the Taurus. And you're going to find that the Taurus is probably the best choice, but it's still like getting that learning experience. So you'll be able to choose which path you want to go down. I do see you getting your wishes fulfilled, which came out right here as well. Double wish fulfillment, and a 10 of Cups, which is happiness and a legacy. So, yeah, I would be just making that list. Once you make that list, you can either, I would hold on to it. I would put it on your fridge and look at it each day. And then if you feel like there's more things you want to add to it or things you want to take off of it. But when you make this list of the traits in a person, you want to put only what you want. If there's anything that you don't want, do not write that down. Okay. Because what you write down, you will draw towards you. So yeah, this is going to be a very exciting time for you. You're going to feel like you have a lot of options, and I do get that you do. It's just you're really, really picky. And there's nothing wrong with being picky. To be honest, being picky is a good thing. Is he a dragon too? Like the Chinese zodiac sign. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. I don't know if he's the same zodiac sign, but I do get that the Taurus is going to be really compatible. So let's shuffle and see if we can get it. Like, Spirit, do you want us to know a time frame, or do you not want us to know a time frame? I want to know the time frame, but if that's something that you don't want us to know, then that's okay. Very soon. The time frame very soon. Oh, okay. So dragon zodiac sign. No, I don't think this person's going to be the same zodiac or the same Chinese zodiac sign is what I should say. But that's okay. You know, see, I'm a rabbit. And so I don't know how much I believe in the Chinese zodiac, to be quite honest. I think that they should have a lot more animals than just the ones that they have. They should have at least a dolphin. But if I could rewrite the Chinese zodiac, I would rewrite it and add different animals in. But yeah, just kind of, you know, the very soon card makes me feel like Spirit doesn't want you to be stressing on when it's going to happen, but just be emotionally preparing yourself. Yes, God definitely knows what's best for us, for sure. Absolutely. But I like seeing that people are actually going to start coming in, because before there was something blocking your heart and it was keeping people from coming in. And it could just be you wanting to protect yourself, which I completely understand. So yeah, still go out, still do things, still talk to people, and you just use your intuition. Your intuition will tell you everything that you need to know. Okay, so we're going to go back into the collective reading. So somebody, it's like almost like somebody wanted to switch sides at the very last minute. It's like they realize that they are losing and that the devil is the losing party. And so it's ironic that they want to switch sides. God's not really having this with this person. These people are about to be exposed. The number 6, they were doing something for monetary success. Somebody was doing something to try to gain, I want to say, like a head start, you know, like if you were to start a race. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Phoenix Empress. Like, you know how races go. Like, somebody was trying to get a head start on your destiny. Like, what? That's crazy. Okay, Spirit, show us what we need to see about this situation. Because I feel like whoever did this is somebody that you guys know. Queen of Wands. It's a Queen of Wands. Okay. This person could be a Capricorn, Aquarius. They could be a Sagittarius, or they could be a Scorpio. Or they could be a Gemini. Or a Leo. Okay. So those are coming through for this Queen of Wands, or that may be just where she's acting from in her chart. Okay, why is this witch coming forward? Anytime I see the Queen of Wands, I think of a witch. This person, like, they're very competitive with you, with y'all. Okay, this person is like seriously trying to outdo you in every way. I don't know how they're going to do this. They're looking for something to copy. Look at this. The Wheel of Fortune just came out. So this is about fate and destiny, obviously. And then the 8 of Cups came out, which means that this person has to walk away. They could be walking away from a relationship that they're in. Maybe this person was trying to keep you from a relationship or keep you out of a relationship. They were doing this Queen of Wands was doing some type of witchcraft, voodoo, hoodoo, whatever, graveyard magic. It looks like to me that they're going to have to relocate or travel or move. Maybe they're getting kicked out of the home that they used to live in or the city that they were in. This person is very foolish because they thought that you were going to be an easy target. They thought that they were going to exchange destinies with you. And this person has already given birth to children. And if you haven't, even if you have, I'm telling you, God knows who you are and God knows who they are. And, you're not going to, it's impossible to switch destinies. You're not going to be all of a sudden made responsible for this other woman's children, right? And that's what this person's trying to do. They're trying to say that you've done something to them because they're losing. This person could be literally getting kicked out of a home, or they could be losing a connection, like a connection in the police force. They could be losing a connection in the court system. What is this about, Spirit? This is about somebody trying to copy your work. They want to duplicate and feed off of you. They want to take the attention off of you and put it on them. But this person really doesn't want the attention on them, because if the attention goes on them, then they're going to be exposed for being a fraud, a copycat, and somebody that's been trying to live off of and steal your intellectual property. But there's a contract here. And it could be a spiritual contract or a physical one that's telling this person that they cannot pretend that your intellectual property is theirs. It could be copyright. Like when we sold the crystal ray to the person we sold it to, we let them keep all of the cards, but we put in the cards that I had written all the definitions of the crystals on that go to the crystals. We had let them keep that, but they don't own that. Like, it was in the contract that they cannot use those definitions for any type they can only use it in the store to sell those crystals. They cannot use it to make a book and whatever, like that type of thing. So there could be some type of physical copyright contract or something like that that's been put into place that's got this person basically stuck, because they were trying to deceive a whole group of hierophants into publishing something that doesn't belong to them. And they just thought that, nobody would ever find out about it. And this person is stupid because literally, I just used my example because that's the only one that I could think of with like a legally binding contract. That would be the dumbest thing for them to do, because then we could literally take them to court and sue them for everything. And we could get back the store and all that, which I don't want the store back. Literally, we'll create another one online or whatever, if that's what we need to do. But or if that's what God instructs us to do. But this person feels like because you're not present around them, that they can literally trick people into believing that they are you. 3 of Wands. Yeah, you have literally brought into fruition something you've worked very hard on. Make sure you guys like the video. This could be a new project. It could be a new line of fashion. You guys could be working on creating fashion that is completely different. You guys could be working on creating, I just heard, a clothing line, a book. It could be a deck of cards. It could be anything. It could be a painting. Whatever this is that you're working on, that somebody is trying to spy on it and copy it. They want this new business idea that you have to come to them. And this person is pissed off because they're inauthentic or unauthentic, whatever the word is, and they don't have the ideas that God has given you. And that, therefore, they will not be able to copycat or replicate this work that you have already produced, Empress, because you are very fertile at this time. You are giving birth to new ideas, to new goals, to new projects, to new businesses, and to new concepts, and to new worlds as well. And this person is sterile. I mean, they could physically be able to have children, or maybe they can't have children, but I'm talking about they're sterile when it comes to trying to procreate anything with another person. This person is the type of person that wants to come. You remember when you would have group projects in school? Let me know if you guys are still here with me, that you would have a group project, and there would always be that one person that never did any of the work on the project. But then when it's time to present the work, there they are acting like they did all of the work and they really didn't. That's the vibe I get off of this person. That's who they were. You're getting a new beginning. This person wanted to see you. The number 1 came out. You're getting a new beginning. This person wanted to see you not get a new beginning. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are still here. They wanted to see what this new beginning was going to be for you, and then how they could sabotage it. And they feel like because they were able to use trickery and witchcraft to get whatever this old idea or relationship or job from you, that they're going to do that again. And this person is literally about to be severely attacked by the divine realm. Like severely. This is not a good thing for them. They're going to be carrying a major burden. Oops. I just knocked over a deck. They're going to be carrying a major freaking burden for time and time to come. And not only that, this was a burden that they could have put down at some point, but because they chose to attack you and your destiny and your life, they're being put down. They're not going to find any rest from this burden. And they need to like go within themselves and find some type of creative aspect so that they can start something that is authentic to them. This person doesn't know themselves. They don't know who they are spiritually. They don't know their own worth. The number 2 just came out, which means that they were taking steps to cause burdens in your life. You are completely protected from this, Ace of Swords. Completely protected from this person's attack. And whatever they were trying to do to your sciatica nerve, this is being reversed back onto them. Their voodoo doll that they made of you, this person's going to be very sick. Very sick. This person tried to do something last night to attack your crown chakra. That's why I'm seeing this sword protecting the crown. And it's like they did something very last night with magic. This person tried this shit again last fucking night. And I'm not even kidding. How dumb are they? Like, what is wrong with this person? God, please deliver us. 3, this person thinks that they've mastered some type of witchcraft and, you know, they're delusional. Okay. It's got them overcommitted. This person made some type of dark vow to never stop coming for you. What the fuck did you ever do to this person? Nothing. Literally, this person pretended to be your friend for like years when they hated you the whole time and were always trying to destroy you. You never did anything to them. It's crazy. Yeah, they see you making world-renowned, like you're known all over the world. This person is the person that is trying to deny you, just like who was it? Peter? Who denied Jesus? Put it in the chat if you know. A bunch of freaks. Yeah. Whoever denied Jesus. This is that type of energy. This person has tried to deny you. They know that you are a psychic and an intuitive, and they've tried to tell people that you are not who you say you are. They have tried to tell an entire community or city, and this city is not buying it. They're like, why are you trying so hard to defame this other person? That's what these people are thinking. Why are you trying so hard to defame this other person who has not said not one bad thing about you? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's what these people in this community are thinking about this Queen of Wands. And while you're over here being world renowned, it's like this person's tried to cover you up, delete your life, delete you. They've tried to change your residence or job. Like I said, whatever this bitch did with witchcraft to steal from you before, that is being taken from her. I'm not joking. Like, that's literally going to legally be taken from her. This person also tried to disturb your peace. There used to be a law that it was like punishable by death if you disturb the peace of the king. Obviously medieval law, but still. You know, you could be changing your residence or changing your job or just starting a new career or becoming known in a new field. You know, you could be like expanding in something. Whatever this is, it's going to bring your reach to the different ends of the world. You are going to, if you don't already, have people of every religion, of every creed, of every nationality, culture that love you. Okay, so there's not going to be anywhere that you can go on this planet where there's not somebody who will know who you are and who appreciates you for who you actually are. Three of Swords. This Queen of Wands, I almost called her a Queen of Swords. This Queen of Wands is super pissed off because somebody has betrayed her. Okay, somebody has walked away from her when it comes to a love relationship. Yeah. And maybe this person wants to walk towards you. It's because this Queen of Wands won't keep your name out of her mouth. Also, this man that she was with, I don't know how much of a man they are, but they are a masculine energy. They do have a penis. Okay, so I guess we'll call them a man. This adult male, let's just say that she was dealing with, this adult male, found her witchcraft closet or whatever these spells are, these destiny swaps. This person found this shit and looked at this person like they're totally batshit fucking crazy. And that's why they left. So they could have had a big argument about you because, like, he's like, why is Collective's name written on this doll? Why is Collective's name in this jar? What is this shit? Like, he honestly does not understand spirituality, the person that this Queen of Wands was with, or witchcraft. And so when he found her witch closet, he was like, what the fuck is this? Why is my name in here on things? Yeah, this person was not pleased to see this. So definitely he walked away, and this Queen of Wands is blaming you, but it's not your fault. If she hadn't have put you in a freezer, put you in a jar, put your name on a voodoo, whatever nonsense, then there wouldn't have been evidence for her boyfriend or fiance or whoever to find. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, there's some people that use voodoo and witchcraft for good purposes. This person is not one of those people. So you could walk in and see it, like, and it's just the difference in the energy. Like, I've literally I've walked in and seen somebody's witchcraft, and it didn't frighten me because it was positive energy on it. But when it's negative energy and it's got all this dark, weird shit, and this person's made an altar, to steal your destiny. This person's mother could have, like, taught them how to make an altar of someone when you want to destroy someone. Whatever this is, this person's been trying to work some type of witchcraft for a long time. Anyways, they were very incompatible with this person that they fell in love with. And this is their karma, to fall in love with somebody that will reject them and hate them and not want them. Yikes. Four of Cups. This Queen of Wands is super dissatisfied. She's never going to be satisfied because she's not fulfilling her own destiny. Remember, this person tried to steal a job or take something from you. And it was your path, your destiny to be doing whatever this was. It's not hers. She doesn't have abilities like that. This person calls themselves a witch, but they're not powerful. They don't actually have magic of their own. They have to call upon like whatever other entity or source to get magic. Okay. My heart just started beating really fast, which means I could be getting pissed off, or they were doing something to stop your heart. Yeah, to block it. Seriously, this person is focused only on material possessions. What a weirdo. They're also extremely self-absorbed, and they're self-centered, and they believe that everything should be revolving around them, that they're the most important thing in the universe, and God disagrees with that. This person's also emotionally exhausted from trying to come for your stability, foundation. They wanted your foundation to be their foundation. How fucking lazy is this person? Why don't they just build a foundation on their own? Like, this person is equipped with at least enough to be able to build a foundation of their own. And if they're cursed to the point where they can't hold on to money, then that seems like a them problem, not you. You're not that way. You don't go out spending ridiculous amounts of money that on shit that you can't even, like, I don't go around buying shit because I don't have room to put shit anywhere. Like, literally. I don't want to be filling up my place of residence with a bunch of shit that I don't need and making me feel overwhelmed. Maybe it could be because I'm partially autistic or, whatever with mental health that I feel like I don't need a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, I guess I'm just different. This person, they feel like they need to have the new this, the new that, the new everything, and that it makes them better than other people. I don't care like what they're talking about. There could be somebody in Africa that has, a grass skirt and one shoe on, and they're better than this person. Okay. Because they're a kinder person. In fact, everybody in Africa shares with one another. They're not greedy fucking pigs like Americans are. Eight of Swords. This Queen of Wands is facing some type of jail time. This could be literal jail or it could be spiritual jail. They're going to be forced into living by other people's rules. And they're also going to have to pay back some money that they stole. They're about to be reprimanded for whatever this is that they tried to do to you. They're very much overwhelmed by their own personal problems, and that's not your fault. You've not done anything to them. The Lovers, they want a twin flame partnership. This person does not have, I'm going to tell you the reasons why this person doesn't have a twin flame in their life, in this life at least. First of all, this person loves to use the children that they have had with multiple people as a weapon and a force and a tool to abuse the hearts of other people. So she'll withhold the children, keep them away from their fathers, shit like that. That's this person's, they're a narcissistic, evil, vindictive, manipulative bitch. Point blank, period. That will take somebody's kid away, say that they're an abusive parent, and try to flee the fucking country or the state with these children that they only have half custody of or whatever. That's who this person is. Okay. That's what they've been doing their entire life, is trying to live off of child support. And they try to get people, they try to entrap people with children or responsibilities and contracts to where they are the only ones that benefit off of something. And then while this person has their children around, they neglect the fuck out of them or give them to their parent or whatever. And this person's mother fucking hates them because this person has done this, taking the children away from her own mother to punish her own mother. This person is really a mean person. And they see you over here with a twin flame relationship, and they're like, oh no, I gotta fucking ruin that. Why don't I have that? Dude, you're not a loving person, stupid hoe bag. That's why you don't fucking have what Collective has. You are not a loving person. If you were given a twin flame, you would fucking cut their heart out and most likely eat it. Weird bitch. Ace of Pentacles. This lover that comes in is going to be very successful and is going to help you remain stable and remain above water and remain successful. And which means that this Queen of Wands, she has a whole nother realm of competition that she's got to break through if she thinks she's going to do anything to you over this. Like, she's got to compete with, she can't. That's why I don't even finish the sentence. She can't. Four Pentacles, literally, your natural abilities that God gave you, what God put on the inside of you, is worth billions of dollars. We can't even put a price tag on that. It's worth so much. So this person is trying, that's why they're trying to come in and steal it, because they don't have anything. This person's facing jail time. They're being broken up with. They're being dumped. Now they want to switch. This person is like, oh, since I can't beat you, now I want to decide to join your side. It's a fuck no. This person is disloyal, dishonest, a liar, a deceiver, and a cheater. And they're in the Nine of Swords currently. This person is grieving. They're experiencing emotional regret and depression and all of that. It's deep regret over something that they tried to do to you. They've caused you great misery and great pain. This person is not aware of what their witchcraft was doing to your life. They're not aware of how much you had to actually go through, where your life should have been smooth sailing. You had to go through problem after problem after problem after problem. And it was because of this person, not because of God, not because you were being tested, even though, yes, God was watching to see if you would strike back at this person, which would be understandable, but it's better to let God handle it. And that's why this situation is going to resolve itself. But yeah, this Queen of Wands was trying to really bring you down and keep you from moving forward and keep you stuck in a repetitive cycle with them. So yeah, sleep. This person's kid, they can't sleep. They know that they're learning. Let's just say they don't know it yet, but they're in the process of learning that they have caused another person deep anguish and worry, deep, great pain. Their attacks, when I say their voodoo and their attacks have actually affected you, and I don't want you to feel upset about that, but I just want you to know that you survived a major attack. What they tried to do to you last night was a major attack. They sent this like literally around the time the sun started going down is when they started this magic, and they didn't stop the magic until like 3:00 in the morning. So if you woke up with a headache, a backache, I was getting something about the sciatica nerve. Make sure you're stretching and stuff, and that you're rebuking this person. And then if you do end up getting angry, do something constructive to channel that anger or release it, because this person wants you to hold on to anger against them, so that they can basically make you unhappy is what this is about, because they want you to be as miserable as they are. They think that that's fair. This person is in the 5 of Cups, crying over spilt milk. It is spilt milk. They already did the worst thing that they could possibly do to you. My ear is itching. This person will not stop talking about you. They already did the worst thing that they could possibly do to you. You are getting justice right now at this moment. And this is a very strong level of justice that you're receiving. You are so strong. This person is in regret for working with the devil and for being in this devil energy and creating these illusions, because they're up under judgment. This person's in major regret. They lied to the wrong people about you, and these people are coming for this person. So if they were saying to other business partners, other colleagues, other whatever, that you are some type of like bad person or witch or whatever, these people are finding out that no, you're just a powerful manifester. You're not a witch. You're not a warlock. You're not somebody that uses black magic. You don't practice these things. Because if you did, you would have joined these people's group, or at least one that's similar to them. But because you're on your own and single self-sufficient, it just goes to show that you're not a part of this dumb shit. The police know that you are innocent, okay? 7 of Pentacles. This person is up under judgment. They're having their finances completely flipped, like literally. Like whatever they had gained off of your suffering, off of your back, off of trying, this person is thought that they owned you. They thought that you were a slave to them. That's what that's the type of shit that they're on. And so now even though they carefully, methodically thought out this plan against you and this plot to take your money and take your job and your position and all this other shit, this person is not you. They can't stand in your shoes. They can't walk in your shoes. They can't step in your position. They cannot have the lover that is meant for you. They cannot have what God has given to you, point blank, period. They're not getting their hands on it. And they're experiencing a major turn in their finances because they did something illegal and they have to pay restitution or child support. The moon, literally, this person was trying to use the moon to destroy your finances and to dominate you energetically, mentally, and physically. They were also trying to put your life in danger in some type of way, and they are up under severe judgment for that. This person is never going to be more than a Queen of Wands, okay? She's never going to become an empress. She was never on your level, and she never will be on your level. This is what just fell on the ground. We have 10 of Cups in the reverse for her. Betrayal of someone close, guilt, loss of friendship, loss of love. Literally, you could have been friends with this person in the past. It says restless and repressed anger, criminal acts. This person is behaving like a fucktard. It says that they cheat someone out of money, loss of home or possessions. This person could be losing their home and their possessions. They're also 2 of Swords in the reverse, in a creative or intellectual rut, stagnation, movement in the wrong direction. They went the wrong course. They went in the wrong direction. It says that their need for human interaction creates problems, trusting the wrong people. This Queen of Wands is friends with people that traffic others. So it says that, they talk too much. A good idea involving them and others could bring out a new project, but they need to take a chance on something different. Then we have a Queen of Cups in the reverse. Another female energy that this Queen of Wands was working with. This signifies a self-destructive, selfish woman who seeks to manipulate and control you. She has unpredictable reactions, is cruel and seeks revenge, perverse, twisted, crafty, and dishonest. Basically immoral. She uses people, then discards them. Then we have the 9 of Cups in the reverse. And wishes and hopes go unfulfilled for these people. Problems remain unresolved. They're unhappy and restless. Difficulty with physical intimacy. Maybe nobody wants to sleep with these people because they smell bad. Lovers drift apart, eating and drinking to excess. Possible robbery or theft of possessions. Someone cheats them out of money. How many times is it going to say that somebody is cheating them out of money? They could have tried to cheat you out of money or cheat somebody else out of money, and now they're being cheated out of money. That's crazy. You're about to get some good news. Great changes are in store for you. An important message or document arrives, putting an end to a problem, right? This could be like you getting accepted into Section 8 or something else like that. It says, enjoy your work and learn from challenges. An excellent time for new projects. Research them carefully with attention to details. Be patient and wait for all the elements to fall into place. Pick up a project that's been put aside. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is your energy. Signifies a nurturing, down-to-earth woman who shows concern for others, intense loyalty to her friends and family. You are loyal to this person who is betraying you, to these people. And then King of Cups is also your energy. You're a very caring person, and you help other people. You help give wise advice. Okay, is there anything else we need to know? I guess roll the dice again. 3, that you've mastered something. These people thought that they mastered stealing your destiny, and they didn't. And literally, this person needs a new piece of DNA or something you've touched. Beware this Halloween season of one of these people showing up at your door. Knight of Pentacles. There's somebody that's working very hard against this Queen of Wands and this Queen of Cups. They are working very hard to expose these people. Do you have a secret hidden helper? My goodness. Look what just fell on the ground. The 5 of Pentacles. This person this Knight of Pentacles could be a police officer that's going to serve this Queen of Wands or Queen of Cups also, with a get the fuck out of this house type shit. This property does not belong to you. Get the fuck out of it. You didn't pay your bills. Get the fuck out. That's the energy that I'm getting. This could also be a business that they're being told to get the fuck out of. Maybe maybe this person is supposed to pay a fee for, I don't know, obviously if you have a business in a physical location, you have to pay the overhead. You have to pay the rent on the place. If you don't own it, you have to pay the overhead, all of that shit. You have to pay for supplies. This person cannot meet the requirements to keep this business thriving. And this community around this person is seeing them for the fraud that they are and is turning away from them. And this person is blaming you because their black magic backfired. I mean, make it make sense. How the fuck are you to blame because this person's magic backfired? They're experiencing a death. This could end up being a physical ending for this person. They may end up passing away. these people, from some type of disease. I'm not even joking. This is what they were wishing on you, was poverty, homelessness, death, sickness, sadness, depression, mental disease. This person could be literally not taking their medication. Before they call you fucking crazy, maybe they should take their goddamn medication. Excuse me, God. Maybe they should take their effing medication before calling you crazy because you're a high priestess. This person wants to be a high priestess, but they weren't gifted any abilities. If this person had abilities, do you know what they would do? They would use them to steal someone else's destiny. So point blank period, they don't have the gifts that are needed to keep this business going, whatever this is. Whatever this is, if they were trying to open a business in your name, get married in your name, do any type of identity theft or fraud in your name, they are caught up by the government for that. This person is caught up by the police. They're going to jail. That's the inevitability of this situation. The outcome for these people is going to be jail, homelessness, and poverty and death. And it's going to be that for them and anybody else that got on their side and listened to them and supported them and in coming for you. And it doesn't seem fair because this person tricked a lot of people, but God is not looking at it that way. God's looking at it as what you send out, you're going to get back. And these people, they should have investigated you, looked into the spirit, asked the Holy Spirit who you were, if you were even guilty of something before attacking you. But these people were, they will, I'm going to tell you this, these people will never, ever fucking do this again. What God is doing to them, these people will never do this. They will never misjudge somebody. They will never judge a book by its cover and misjudge somebody's character ever again because of what God is going to do to them for what they did to you. I'm not even kidding. These people will learn their lesson. And it'll be very traumatic and tragic, but like, that's not your fault, you know? Whatever this business is, if they were getting any money in your name, all of that money that was obtained needs to be paid to you in restitution. Point blank, period. If they're pretending to be you, yeah, there's a Knight of Swords that's coming in and is bringing death to this person. They might want to be mindful that the military is watching them. The FBI, the feds, whatever you want to call it, the CIA, somebody is watching this person in a very aggressive, negative way. They're monitoring them. I also get that this Queen of Wands was like pretending to sell one thing and selling substances along with whatever they sold in their business. So they're in trouble for substance selling, as well as trying to set you up to go down for substance selling or trying to set you up. This is why, like, when the crystal ray was sold, I was not told that it was sold until like a little bit after, because my initial reaction would have been, no, this is wrong, whatever, right? But it ended up working out in our favor. But like literally, you could have been pissed off losing an opportunity to this person. But you didn't actually lose an opportunity. It's just the illusion of that. And that's what it looks like. See, it's very clear to the police and the government that once this person started this business in your name or whatever they were doing in the likeness of you, that it's obvious that they were trying to set you up. Okay. And always listen to your intuition. Because I would never go back into that fucking store ever again, because I know the people there would try to set me up for what they have been doing. And I knew that when this all went down, that there was manipulation at play, but I let God handle it. And this is what it looks like, is God is handling this shit. Let God handle your enemies. Because they just want you to come back to whatever this is that they're doing so that they can set you up and say, oh, you were there on that day. You were the one that stole the money. You were the one that embezzled. You're the one that sold substances, whatever. But all the evidence leads back to this person. But they're going to project and try to say that it's you. So that's why you need to stay away from them. Six of Swords. They're facing some type of lawsuit that they're not going to get. This person, once they get taken to court for this substance selling scam that they're doing, they're not going to get out of jail. This is going to be at least 5 to 7 years at the minimum, okay, of prison time. So that's why it's so important that you cannot go around these people ever again. If you know who they are, never go around them again. Their intention is to set you up for a crime you didn't commit. They want to come to your place of residence and plant shit around your vehicle, plant things in your car, plant things in your house. This person wants access to your home. They want access to your money. They want access to everything that's yours. This is a destiny swapping freak. Okay. And they're not, again, I will always tell you it's impossible. You cannot fucking take somebody's destiny, but whatever. I mean, you can try to stop their destiny by taking their life. And this person has also gone on the deep web, the dark web, and tried to find somebody to actually come and pew you or do something like that to take your life. And it's a big no-no. That's one reason why the government and the military is involved. Not only that, there are extraterrestrials that are already in the sky right now that are waiting for the police to do something about this Queen of Wands before because they're like, is the human race going to do anything about this person, or are we going to have to get involved? That's what I'm literally hearing. And this person could be seeing all sorts of weird shit in the sky. There's no coincidence. All those things that are watching this person, they have it documented. The people coming in buying substances from this person, it's documented. Obviously, the eyes in the sky. You have the energy of the emperor. You've mastered something, or you have an emperor that's coming in. This person wants to steal that emperor, block that emperor, stop you from meeting this emperor. They want to take you to court and sue you. Literally, all of this shit is really pointless and dumb, but they're not going to give up until, somebody puts them down for good. And I suggest that you ask God to handle your enemy. Say, whoever Astraea is talking about in my life, if it applies to me, God, please handle that enemy. 9 of Wands, because they were trying to permanently wound you and put you in a situation to where you would have to pay them residuals on everything that you create. This is the type of person that will come in, steal your work, try to block you from producing it, and then try to pass it off like it's theirs. And then when people find out that it's not their work, then they're going to come up with all these excuses as to why they did what they did. And nobody's going to give a fuck about this person's childhood trauma. Excuse my language. Nobody's going to give an F about this person's childhood trauma that went unhealed, because they're an adult and they should know better, and they should have healed their trauma and stop using that as a reason to abuse, stalk, harass, gang stalk, and hurt and harm and take the life of other people. Because this person was abused as a child doesn't give them so the fuck what? So was I. So was a lot of people. Does not ever give them the fucking right to do this shit to anybody else. Point blank, period. I don't care what they say. The judge is not going to hear it. This person, the day they decided to come for you in your destiny is the day that they sacrifice themselves. Yeah, justice will prevail. Literally. 10 of Swords, literal sacrifice. This person has stuck that they need to be put in a mental institution or in prison, because they're not going to stop stabbing this fucking voodoo doll and attacking you. They're just not going to stop. And I hate to say that, because I wish that it was different, but I don't pick up on anything stopping until the extraterrestrials or the government or the police get involved. At that point, I think that this person's boyfriend may have called the police on them, because he uncovered a plot that this Queen of Wands had to take your life, and he doesn't want to be a part of it. He doesn't want to go to prison for it either, for knowing about it. You know what I mean? Knight of Wands. This is definitely the boyfriend of the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is going to 10 of Swords this person, literally telling the cops about what they were doing to try to have you assassinated. That is crazy. Literally, you cut these people off just in time. You cut them off just in time. That's funny. Okay, is there anything else we need to know before we go? Ace of Wands, it's still a great time for you to begin new projects, start that new business idea, go for your dreams. You will achieve them. That is in the cards here. Success is in the cards. Your intuition will also scream at you, telling you who this person is. And if they don't get out of your way, trust me, there are many people that are very upset with this Queen of Wands. She has gone through her entire life continually fucking people over. She thinks that if she does a couple good deeds, it's going to balance out her karma, but she doesn't realize that this negative karma is going to follow her for the rest of her life because of the amount of suffering and trauma and trouble she's caused her own children and the fathers of these children and other people like her mother and other family members. You know, this person, it says in the Bible that you should not provoke your parents, and it says that for the parents that they should not be provoking their children. This person's mother did not provoke them. She provoked her own mother. She causes problems and traumas, and literally she just wants to come along and dump all of the shit off on you and walk away scot-free. And that is not what is going to happen here. Seven of Wands. You're going to have to defend yourself from this person, but you're covered by the Holy Spirit, so they can't do anything to you. God and the Holy Spirit sees everything that's going on here, even the stuff that I don't see, and that, you know, obviously none of us are perfect, but even the stuff that you don't see, God sees it all. You know, you will win this fight. You know, you may have to battle, you may have to testify in court against this person, whatever it is, but again, you're not on trial, they are. You're not guilty. They are. The police know this. In fact, the police are taking extra measures to have you protected from this weird stalking freak. Page of Pentacles, because this woman thought that she was going to make her children rich off of your legacy. She could be saying, well, they don't have children. They don't have children, so they don't need all this money. They don't need all these resources. Since they don't have children, they have nothing to leave anything to. Okay, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have children. That doesn't mean that you won't have a stepchild in the future. That doesn't mean that you won't have, it doesn't even fucking matter whether you have kids or not. A legacy, your legacy is your legacy. What you decide to leave your descendants, whether it be a niece, a cousin, a brother, a sister, whatever you decide to do with your energy and your time and your resources, that is what you decide. This person needs to go find their own path, find their own legacy. And because they're too busy trying to fulfill your destiny, they're never going to figure out what theirs is. This person is trying to argue with the spiritual realm about some shit that is not negotiable. Cannot stand before God and the assembly and argue about someone else's legacy that they worked very fucking hard for. If you wanted to leave all your money to a fucking pig, a literal farm animal, not just like a cop. I'm talking about like if you wanted to leave your money to a farm animal, you could do whatever you want with it. It's your money. It's your legacy. This person's trying to negotiate your inheritance and your personal legacy. And God and everyone else is like, what are you talking about? Why won't you let go of this person? Why are you so obsessed with them? Why won't you let go of the idea of this other person fulfilling what this person, this Queen of Wands they are lazy, good for nothing. The Hermit. This person also feels like, oh, they don't have friends. They don't have anybody supporting them. This will be easy. This will be easy to take them out. This will be easy. I can just pay somebody on the internet to kill them. I could just pay somebody to come take their life. I could just pay a drug addict or a homeless person to come for them. Like you can pay people, but when it comes to them doing whatever the fuck it is that you want, these people will be stopped dead in their tracks by the police because everyone in this situation is being watched for your safety. Okay. And not only that, this Knight of Wands is going to be snitching this Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups out to the police because of what they were doing to you. That is this bitch's karma, to be betrayed by somebody that was very close to her, that came across her witchcraft room or closet or altar or whatever and saw all the shit on it. And this person was on the fucking altar themselves. So they're mega pissed as why the witchcraft was being done on them. They thought that they were making free will choices to be with this Queen of Wands when they were under compulsion. And they're finding that out. And so they're reporting this person to the police. I'm not even joking. That's literally what's going on. Okay, let's get a conclusion here. 5, major changes coming in. Don't be afraid of this change. Even if you had happy memories with this person from the past, hold on to that. You know, you have Archangel Michael coming through, defending you, defending your honor, defending your legacy, defending you as a person. And Archangel Michael's not letting this person do anything else to you. They're pretty much done. They're about to be in the 6 of Pentacles. They're about to be majorly breadcrumbed by the justice system, by the police. You know, whoever this bitch was bribing that was in the police force got fired, or they quit their job, or they went mentally insane. They're not able to be there in that position to keep this Queen of Wands safe anymore. And so, yeah, she might want to be mindful that the cops are fucking coming for her. Knight of Cups. She thinks she's going to send in some type of lover to deceive you into giving away and to steal your property, point blank, period. This person could be telling some bum ass motherfuckers that you have a bunch of money stored in your house. This person also tried to report you to both law enforcement, the FBI, and the IRS. And the IRS has already checked into you. You don't owe any fucking money. King of Swords. Not to mention, taxes are optional, bitch. Reporting somebody to the IRS, and this hoe doesn't even pay her fucking shit. Literally, she's stupid. This King of Swords is going to cast a very, very aggressive judgment upon her. Very aggressive. I'm talking 5 to 7 years for this identity theft and all of the money that was stolen in your name. Why God has allowed this to go on and for her shit to actually affect your life and hurt you is so that reparations can be made so that you can receive a whole lot at once. 3 of Cups, popularity, a harvest. You're going to be winning back the favor of everybody that this person turned against you, and they're going to feel like fools for doing so. Let's get the likes up, you guys. We need at least like 50 likes on the video to get monetized. We got 18. Let's get the likes up. But yeah, so, you know, you are the star. This person wanted to be the star. They wanted to be you. They wanted to replace you. And they actually believed for almost a year that they had stolen your destiny. And they're just now finding out that they did fucking not. And this person also is like, oh, I inspired them to become intuitive. I inspired them to do this. Okay, if your witchcraft inspired collective to become a better person, then great. But you are not going to take the fucking glory from God, from what God has done in collective's life. God is the one that delivered this person from you. You were not fucking a part of anything that that collective has done. This person wants to take all the credit away from God and give it to her. And it's a big no. That's a big no-no. You know, you are the star. This person wanted to be seen as the star. They wanted to be favored. They wanted to be chosen. They wanted to be the star, literally, but they don't hold star traits and star qualities. This person is a very ordinary, plain, and boring. Page of Swords. And like all of the people that they were getting to spy on you will be pulled in for questioning. They will be pulled in for questioning. And it's going to come out through these people being pulled in for questioning everything that this hoe was saying about you. All of the defamation of character will be brought to the forefront by all these people that she was getting to turn on you and to work against you. These people will be admitting to what they had planned, what they were working on, and what they were trying to do to you. They will be speaking it on the stand. And this Queen of Wands has already lied on you on the stand. She tried to say that you were a prostitute or something like that. And that's a lie. You're over here getting fame and public recognition. You're being recognized and honored for who you actually are, and this person can't stand it. They thought that they got away with they ran away with your destiny, but that would be like them trying to steal the sun. Was this person going to just grab the sun and put it in her bag and run away? I don't fucking think so. You are the light of this world. You are the sun and the stars. This person is the darkness. King of Wands. There are many people that this person deceived into coming for you. Like literally, she tricked a whole group of individuals, an entire community, city, coven, secret society into coming for you. And now all of these people are up under judgment. They're having to run away and look behind their shoulder because they're being punished for coming for somebody that was single and self-sufficient and trying to destroy that. They wanted to compete with you, and they're being punished for that, literally. You have a whole soul tribe of real people that back you, and a 10 of Pentacles and an Ace of Cups, and your projects are being realized and finished. So this person that wanted to destroy your life, this is over. This destiny swipe shit, this person wants to switch sides and be on God's side, but they're not going to quit the dark magic. This person, God doesn't want this person. God does not care for this person. I'm not kidding. When they want to switch sides and all of a sudden to be obedient to God, this person would have to stop. They would have to figure out a way to undo all this witchcraft that they did on you, which I don't think is possible. Only God could undo that. But yeah, like this person did permanent things to bind you and keep you away from your destiny, and to keep people spying on you, and to keep people gang stalking you, and they're getting exposed. And they don't like that. So they want to switch sides, and the devil is going to 10 of swords this bitch, because how dare you switch sides, and how dare you come to me for help and then go to God for help? You think God is going to help this Queen of Wands? This Queen of Wands is going to straight up get ignored, literally, in every type of way. So you continue to do the right thing, because you are favored. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, you guys, peace be with you. Have a wonderful day. Yes, they're stepping into the snares, the snares that they set for you, point blank period. If this person dug a pit for you, they're falling into it. Let them fall. Don't stick up for them. Let them take responsibility for their actions. If you have to get on the stand and defend yourself, speak your truth, plainly. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Peace be with you until the next reading. Have a wonderful day, you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. God bless you. Yeah, curse for the rest of their experience. That's exactly it. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, and tap that notification bell, okay? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.